Again, one more time.
Yes, we are online. I hope it went wrong a little bit, but I think we're online. I'm gonna check here as well. So it's Sunday night, 8 o'clock, and we are going to do the class.
Now
yes,
now
now we are there. Okay, we had a technical error. But great if you're joining. So if you didn't see us yet, we were talking to nobody, I think. So we are
Manel
and Nicole. And so welcome to the Sunday night class, 8 o'clock in Amsterdam. And the idea is that we do every week the same sequence with your neighbor, your partner, your friend, your family member. And you just follow along. So if it's your first time, you have never done this before, don't worry. It's not about being perfect. It's just about enjoying the massage.
Contact.
Yes. And
pressure,
about giving.
Movement.
Giving and receiving massage. So 30 minutes we give, 30 minutes we receive massage. That's it. And if you join us again, like every week, this is week number 15, welcome as well. So shall we start?
Let's do it. Okay, so first we get on position. Here, Nicole, relax now in the mat. And I will be here on my knees between the feet. So first we start with white crew. Is this moment in which I feel proud of myself because I'm gonna help Nicole with my massage. Then warm up your hands, your heart, and now we start. We get hands below the joint of the feet and then we push forward, rocking the feet. We do 3 steps going out to the joint of the big toe and then we get back in to below the joint of the feet. Then we do the 3 steps walking, 1 step at a time, 1 foot at a time. We go all the way up to the joint of the big toe. And then we get 2 steps back to the starting point. Now we get the hands on karate, hand position, and we press on the calf muscle, deep pressure to the calf, going all the way up until below the knee. At the knee we never press patella, we want to give pressure with the fingertip only on the tissue around patella, and after we do the circles. We do a movement like a circle. Then we get up to the quadriceps and we palm press, pressure down, all the way going up to the top of the leg, and then we reverse the steps going down. First we go down 2 steps on quadriceps, we do circles under pressure on the fingertip to the tissue around the patella, and then we get down under the pressure to the calf, 3 different steps going down to the heel, and then we repeat the 3 steps, rocking the feet forward, out to the joint of the big toe, and then back in to below the joint of the feet. Now we use the thumbs, fingers on the top of the foot to support, to apply pressure to the sole, and under the pressure we rock the structure of the feet forward. So we want to do 6, 7, 8 different acupressure all along the tissue of the sole, all along the arch, and after that, in this tempo, we want to do again, repeat the palm press, out and in, rocking the feet of the structure of the feet forward, out and in. Then we place the feet up, the top of the foot looks up to ceiling and your hands are close to the joint of the feet on the top of the foot, and we push down to stretch, not too hard, as near the joint we are, but now we get up to the center top of the foot and we push down a bit harder, medium hard, and then we reduce the tension, and now we get to the toes and we do hard, we push hard, then we get back to the middle, we do medium, and then we get to the top of the foot, below the joint, and we do soft. Then we open the feet and one by one we stretch out the 3 steps of the feet to the joint of the big toe and then back in to below the joint of the feet. Now we want to work at one leg at a time, so we want to start with the right hand side leg. We bend the leg into 45, foot is at the level of the knee, touching on the side, and then you come up above the knee. We get hands on butterfly position and we press down to stretch on the tissue, upper part of the leg, 5 seconds. 3 steps going up until below the joint, and then 2 steps down, back to the starting point. So we always do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then we get back to the center, And from the center, we use the outside hand to open the leg into 90 degrees. So now we can sit on between the feet in the back. One leg will be on the top of the straight leg, one hand on the foot to lock this structure down to the mat, and with the outside foot you push behind the knee down to the mat and up to the shoulder, and we hold 5 seconds deep. Then we get a bit more up and we push the second time and we hold leg straight 5 seconds. And then we repeat again, we push with the foot behind the knee down and up, down to the mat and up to the shoulder. After 5 seconds, we reduce the tension on the leg, we get a bit behind, and the foot that push gets below, and the inside foot apply pressure in to the tissue of the hamstring. So first, we do the pressure close to the knee, then we get a bit more up, we apply pressure in and we hold 5 seconds, deep pressure, and then we get to below the joint and we apply pressure in and we hold. Then we get back to 2, press in and hold, and then we get to 1, we press in and we hold. Deep pressure. Then we get the feet on the area of the hamstring, and now we can pull on the foot and walk with the feet up to the upper part and back down to behind the knee. Then we leave foot on the mat and we go up into the knees. We raise the leg in this position up, and now we use fingers interlock and the heel of the hand press on the tissue of the quadriceps, and then under the pressure we do a circle. Then we get to the middle, press, and a circle under the pressure. We get to the top of the leg, press, and a circle. Back to 2, you first need to apply the mechanical force in, and under this pressure we want to do the movement like a circle to stretch on the whole tissue direction. Now we get in here, thumb, press below the level of the bone, below the level of the last stimuli, and then we just maintain deep pressure in 5 seconds, and then we do 3, back to 2, and back to 1 at 4 fingers from the knee joint above. Then we relax. Now we get with the fingertip in the center line behind the calf, starting at the upper part in the head of the calf, and we pull back the whole leg from the center of the calf with finger hooking. So we need to hook. Now we hook a bit below in the center of the calf, and then we pull by the hooking the whole leg backwards. Then we get to the Achilles tendon. We pull and we hold hard 5 seconds. We get back to 2, pull, hook, center line, and then back to 1. You pull and you hook. Now we get with fingers interlock on front of the calf, and we want to apply pressure in, and under the pressure we push out of the bone. So first we do at the head of the calf, then we get to the middle, then we get above the Achilles tendon. We want to press and we want to push under the pressure to the tissue out of the bone, and then 1. We relax. We use the outside hand to push on the knee forward. We change leg position to 90 degrees and we go up into half knee. So foot is at the groin, outside hand in the knee, inside hand supports on the quadricep of the other leg, and now we push knee to the center chest and we hold on the tension 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension and we go again 5 seconds. You need to hold on the maximum tension, and then we reduce the tension and we go again, push and hold, and then we reduce the tension. The hand of the knee gets to the hamstring, inside hand cups the heel. So now we need to push the knee to the center chest, and the inside hand push the foot to the opposite shoulder. We hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension on the leg and we go again. Push, knee to chest, knee to the center of the sternum, the level of the sternum, and then you push up the foot to the opposite shoulder. And we repeat last time. Push and hold, stay and release. Now the knee up, gets down, you rotate to your partner and the knee down gets up and we leave leg straight on the top of your leg. Hand cups the heel and forearm push the toe forward. So with this we stretch Achilles tendon. We stretch the tissue attached to the Achilles tendon. And this is related to these myofascias from gastrocnemius and soleus. And after that we lift the leg up, down, the leg down, up, and we stretch knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, hard, 3 times, 5 seconds each, and 3. So then we lift leg down, we shake, we get back to the center, and now we do the same on the other side. So the first step, we bend leg 45, we get front of the knee, use butterfly to push down, 3 steps, body weight, butterfly hand, push in, and then down 2 steps. So when you finish that, you get back to the center, so you move yourself to the center, and from the center we get the outside hand to open the leg 90 degrees, and we sit on the butt and we lock the straight leg and we push with the outside foot behind the knee to stretch both legs tissue, the leg that we're doing plus this one, the outside tissue of the leg that we don't push but the tissue stretch. And we repeat 5 seconds 3 times. And after the 3rd time we reduce the tension on the tissue. We lift leg in 90 degrees, we sit behind and we slide the foot down and we press with the inside foot. We do hard pressure in 5 seconds, 2 in the middle, we hold, 3, back to 2, and back to 1. After the 3 pressure, we go up and down with the feet walking side to side of this part of the body that we are stimulating, and now we go up, changing the position to work on other group of muscles, very important also to your problems on the knee. So we want to get the heel of the hands, 4 fingers from the knee, and we apply pressure in, and under the pressure we do a circle. Then we get down to the middle, press in, and a circle. Then we get a bit more down, press in, and under the pressure we do a circle. Then we get back to 2, and then we get back to 1. Press, and under the pressure a circle. Then we use the eye speaking to work in another level of the leg, so we get the level of the tendon, so we go down below the level of the bone, and we apply pressure in, hard, 5 seconds. After we get to the middle, after we get to the top of the leg, then we get back to the middle, and then you get to 1. This can be painful, but this pain is okay. We know this pain, all the aspects of this pain. And now we get with the fingertip on the center line of the calf. And then we pull back from hooking the line. You want to pull back the whole leg slowly and dip into these 3 levels of the calf. First level is at the head of the calf, second level is below in the center, and third level is above the Achilles tendon. Easy. All the way down and up. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. After, we interlock fingers and we apply pressure into the calf and we push out of the bone. We do that 3 levels along the calf until we are above the Achilles tendon. Each level you do hard pressure and then you push out of the bone 5 seconds. That's very objective and precise, and then we relax. Then we get the outside hand, we push the knee, we go up into half knee My foot is at the level of hip, outside hand on the knee, inside hand on quadriceps. And now we push the knee to the center chest and we hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension on the leg and we go again, slowly and deep. You push knee to the center chest direction, a bit like 35-degree angle from this straight line to the center of the chest. You see? And then we go again. We're holding here only 10% pressure with the hand on the leg to support the leg on the mat. The inside hand gets now to the hamstring, so outside hand gets to the hamstring, inside hand cups the heel, and you push down and you push up to the opposite shoulder. So we twist the hip, then we relax and we go again, push, and you hold, and then we reduce the tension, and then we push again and push. And after these 3 times, 5 seconds, the knee up, gets down, the knee down, gets up, and we support the leg straight, 45 degrees from the mat. Outside hand cups the heel, forearm on the level of toe. Now you push down the toes, 5 seconds hard, 3 times, 2, and 3. After the 3rd time, we change the knees, the knee up gets down, the knee down gets up, and we push knee to chest, foot to butt, deep, 50-50, 2, and 3. After the 3rd time, we leave leg straight and we shake to relax. Now we change position, PTO, please turn over to the chest, and we continue the journey based on movement and stimulation of this movement to change condition of connective tissue and to impact to functional cells. Now we start with hand press walking on the sole, then we do 3 steps going up to the calf until 3 fingers below the knee. We never press behind the knee, don't do that. And then we do the jumping of the knee and we do 3 steps up, and then we go down all the way until 3 fingers above the knee. Then we jump to 3 fingers below the knee, and then we do the pressure down back to the feet. Then we use the thumbs, fingers outside to support, and then we give pressure from Achilles tendon. We start on Achilles tendon and we do the direction of this tendon all the way on the tissue, center top line. Pressure 1 centimeter from the last, and we get in this line, center top of the leg, all the way up, jumping on the knee. You go to the center line of the hamstring until the ischiotibialis tendons, and then we get back down until another tendon, Achilles tendon. Pressure is down, deep pressure. Sometimes it's painful because tensions on the tissue. So then it's great to be here now, all the way down to the Achilles tendon. And now we do the palm press on the tissue, 3 steps going up to below the knee, and then you jump on the knee, and then we do 3 steps up to the crease of the butt, and we change position again. So you go out with 1 knee on one side, half knee on the other side, and we get now hands on butterfly on the low back. And we apply 5 second deep pressure, 4 steps on the back, so we do butterfly beside the spine, of course, 4 steps all the way up until above the scapulas, and then we reverse, walking down beside the spine until the low back, and then we stretch again 5 seconds. Then we use the thumbs from sacrum. We want to do 2 sides of the spine at the same time. You press down, deep pressure to the tissue beside the bone, and then we jump to the next coming location 1 centimeter above. Don't do big jumps. And then we go up like into this like 10, 12 times that we need to press along beside the spine. Less than 10 times is too big steps, less efficient. And then we do from the thoracic one, the level of the shoulder, we want to walk down, still with deep pressure to the line beside the spine, all the way down until the sacrum. And then when you reach there, we change position again. We get hands on butterfly, we get inside between the legs, we can place the knees at the crease of the butt, and then we place the arms along the body with palm facing up. And then we do the palm press butterfly beside the spine, all the way 4 steps, going up until the scapula. And from the scapula I do a walking out to the joint of the shoulder, and then from the joint of the shoulder 3 or 4 steps down to the joint of the elbow, and then we do 3 or 4 steps down until the wrist. When you reach on the wrist, you can get on the wrist of your partner get your wrist, and then we pull up hard and down. Second time we want to go only 50% up. Then you pull one arm, 5 seconds. Then you pull the other arm, 5 seconds. Then we go up again and down. And then we lift the arms down and we do a palm press walking, 3 steps on the lower arm. Then we jump on the elbow, 3 steps on the upper arm. Then we walk down beside the spine until the low back. Pressure is deep pressure to the tissue every step, and then we push out the tissue from the hip to be stretched, and then we do the palm press walking, 3 steps on the top of the leg, jump on the knee, 3 steps on the lower leg, and we end with knuckle pressing the sole walking, 3 steps at each foot. Then we change position, PTO, please turn over, and then we do the last step of this class 1. We want to cross the legs, we pull, we push, we go up, and then we bend the legs, we get the wrist, and we pull them up. We can stretch here a bit, and then we want to walk to let them on sitting position. So now we want to press on the shoulder. Keep an eye that we never give pressure too close to collarbone. So collarbone is the bone in here on the front. We need to apply the pressure to the shoulder at 4 fingers beside the collarbone. So be careful. The fingers behind to avoid any pressure to collarbone, and the pressure down with the heel of the hands. 3 steps, the pressure is down to the shoulder, only working at 2/3 of the shoulder, so don't go too near the shoulder joint. And then we get back 2 steps, so we do 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then we do with the thumbs. Thumbs at the corner between neck and shoulder, 4 fingers beside collarbone, and then every pressure with the thumbs we do at 1 centimeter out of the last pressure, so therefore the 3 pressure, it should be at 3 centimeters, let's say, from the corner between neck and shoulder. This is also very objective. And then we want to avoid any pressure near the joint, especially with the thumbs. And then we do the pressure with the heel of the hand, 3 steps out, and then 2 steps in. And after we get down, and we want to do the kneading on the shoulder, many times, fingers and thumb. Now we want to work at the area of the neck. Be aware never to press on the muscles of the neck. We want to work at the level beside the cervical. What we do is, with the eyes peeking, we want to apply pressure into cervical from 1 finger beside the center of the cervical. So you go to the C7, and from both sides of the cervical, using your thumbs, you press pressure into the bone, and this is how we impact to this tissue from your trapezius, the connective tissue, the tendon of this muscle trapezius at this level of the cervical. But don't press the muscles of the neck. We do the pressure to the neck behind the muscle called SCM. By any circumstance, we press the muscle SCM. So we do everything behind. And then we do up, down, and up. 4 steps on each way. until below the scalp. We place the head up and then we do shampoo using the fingertip on the scalp and then circles under the pressure to the tissue of the scalp. After that, we finish with chop. So we put hands together, fingers open, and you impact with a small finger to the tissue of the shoulder, between the scapula and the spine, first one side and after the other side. Then we do circles with the palms on the tissue of the back and we rush na na wa ro ka hayati insanity.
I needed the massage. Oh, now we switch. Now we switch. Okay. I've been dancing a lot yesterday, so my legs were super tight. So really nice. Okay, so I hope you feel as relaxed as I do. And now we switch. So you place your knees in between the ankles of your partner. We place our hands like that in front of our chest. We call this the Y crew. It's to respect our partner, massage partner, and to relax ourselves. So just focus on giving the best massage you've ever given, even if it's your first time. And then you open the eyes, warm the hands, place the hands above the feet, not touching yet, and then we start. We palm press walk down and rotate open next to the ankle. We go to the middle, so you press with the palm of the hand and you roll open. You want to see the sole of the feet. So we press with the toe and you roll open, like I see the sole of the feet. I go back to the middle, press down and roll forward. Then next to the ankle, press down and roll forward. Now we do it one by one. One side, leaning and roll. Other side, lean in and roll. Middle of the foot. Middle of the foot. You see, I have my arms straight, back straight. I use body weight. Toes, toes. Back to middle, middle, and beginning, beginning. In this rocking motion, we go to calf. So we don't press on the shin bone. We don't press bones. So we place the pinky finger next to the shin bone and we press one in the beginning. It's like a karate hand. We call like this way of pressing. And then two in the middle of the calf, not on the shin, just next to it, and then just under the knee. And you lean in with a lot of body weight. Now we're gonna PC the knee. So press the fingers above the knee, heel of the hand below. You press and circle. We go up and then we walk. We never press on the knee. We walk in 3 steps. On the upper leg, you lean in with whole body weight, not only with the heel of the hand. In 3 steps up, really nice to use your whole body weight. And then middle, middle, and just before the knee, not on the knee. And then we just press with the tip of the finger, the heel of the hand, but not on the patella, on the knee itself. Now we go to the calf again, 3, 3. We go back to 2, 2, and 1, 1. Then we do again the feet, one side, other side, middle, middle, toes, toes, back to middle, middle, and beginning, beginning. We're going to work with the thumbs, 2 thumbs at the same time. Not with the tip, but the ball of the thumb, like I show you here. So now we have the fingers on the top of the feet, the thumbs on the sole of the foot, and we just press leaning in with the thumbs at the same time. We go to another point, we just do 6 points on the sole of the feet. The way to do it, you just place your thumb and then you lean in with your body weight, slow and deep. Yeah? We don't just do juice like that. We just go slow and you go deeper, 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 and then out again. And then we go to second and third, and this is what we do 6 times under the sole of the foot. After that, we place the thumbs next to the index finger again, and we palm press walking. 1, 1, 2, 2, and then toes, toes, back to 2, 2, and 1, 1. After that, we place the top of the foot towards the ceiling. Thumbs inside, fingers outside, and we lean in. We go to the middle. We lean in towards the mat. And then we touch the toes and we try to lean in as far as possible at least how far your partner can go, your massage partner. And then we go back to the middle, press and lean in, and then next to the ankle, press and lean in. Then we open the feet again. And we pulpers walking one side, other side, middle foot. Middle foot, you want to rotate the toes and really want to see the sole of the feet. And then want to increase the flexibility. And then next to the ankle. So now we're going to work on one leg at a time. So the leg that's on my right hand side, I bend it. I place the foot next to the knee. And then we're going to place, my cat wants massage as well. We're going to place the hands like that in butterfly above the knee. One, then the middle, and just lean in. And then the end, 3 steps up and 2 steps back. Middle and just before the knee, leaning in. Now we open the leg 90 degrees. I'm going to sit next to the straight leg on my butt, knee on the straight leg to support, both hands on the feet, outside foot in the corner of the knee, and you press forward with the heel on the floor and you go with the flow. Pull the foot back. Maybe you can sit down a little bit closer and you do the same because we want to increase the flexibility of our partner. Maybe even more. Press for the third time, the knee towards the armpit. Yeah? We pull back, and now this time the foot that has been pressing is now going to go underneath, and you press the toes towards yourself, so we lock the leg. Now the other foot, both hands still on the feet, is going to press on the hamstring. Press, 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 really, really deep. It's like you want to press really the muscle through the bone, which of course is not possible, but it's really nice to go super, super deep. How far to go? You can just look at the knee. If the knee is opening a bit, then you know it's enough. We go to the end of the hamstring. So it's really nice. Sometimes you feel like your feet are becoming warmer. That's really great. You go back to the middle, then you have just untied some of the knots so the blood circulation is going better. And then just in the beginning again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now we place the foot back and then we just slowly relax the muscle, the hamstring, walking up and down. Keep the foot at the same point so my hand is resting there and now I don't go with the flow. We place our knees on the mat, place the foot a bit in. We're going to place the foot down and the knee up. Both knees, my knees are on the top of my partner's foot. I'm going to interlace my hands and I'm going to do here, not on the knee, a little bit down. I squeeze and I make a circle while still squeezing. Go to the middle, squeeze and you make a circle. Squeeze a lot. The end of the leg, squeeze and make a circle and really try to keep squeezing and go to the middle. And sometimes it's hard to slide, but try to not slide. Go to the beginning, 1 and rotate. Place your hands, your thumbs here and press. 1, then middle and the end. We go back to the middle and the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then we just relax the leg. Now we're going to work on the calf muscle. We're going to have the hands cupped like this. The more you cup, the heavier it is for your partner. We start under the knee on the calf. We lean back, have the nails together. My nails are touching each other. I go to the middle of the leg and lean back. And now on the Achilles, I lean back. We go back on the calf in the middle, lean back and just under the knee, lean back. After that, I'm going to have the hands interlaced again. I'm going to work with the heel of the hand. Looks like this. On the knee you start, you squeeze the calf in between your hands and you go forward a bit without sliding. We go to the middle. You squeeze the muscle and we go forward a bit, like really you want to make a little bit of space between the muscle and the bone. And then we do it on the Achilles tendon. And we go back on the middle. We do the same. And just under the knee. Squeeze and go forward. And then we just relax, freestyle. Now, knee to chest is next. We go up. Place the foot in your groin. Place your foot next to the hip. Your hand on the knee, other hand on the straight leg. 10% pressure on the straight leg and 90 slowly forwards. 1, and we go back. Then 2, slowly forward. And 3 times. Yeah? Now the hand that was pressing the knee or holding the knee is going to be on the hamstring. The hand that was on the straight leg is going to cup the heel like this. Yeah? So now we press 50% on the hamstring and then we go forward towards the opposite shoulder. Yeah? 1 time, and we do that 3 times. So repeat, press towards the sternum and try to straighten the leg towards the opposite shoulder. And then the third, press 50% to the sternum and try to straighten the leg to the opposite shoulder. Now switch knees. Knee down, other knee up, hand under the knee to not overstretch. Place the foot on the leg. You cannot see, so I'm going to show you. The foot is here on my leg, yeah? I'm going to cup the heel here, and now the big toe is going to be on my forearm. Like that. Hand on the middle of the thigh, and you just lean in on the big toe. 1, and then 2, and then 1 more time, 3, and really try to really lean with all the body weight on the big toe, so the big toe is going towards the shin bone. Now knee to chest, foot to butt, and I change my position again. 1 knee up, 1 knee down. 50-50, 1, and then you press 50% to the chest and 50% to the butt. That's why I call 50-50 and 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we place the legs straight and we just wiggle, 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 wiggle. And we go to the other leg. Same slides on the other side of the leg. So we just place the foot next to the knee. Change your position, stomach above the knee, hands in butterfly. And we do 1, 2, 3 on the upper leg. 1, 2 in the middle. Lean back, my hands are in butterfly position and lean back 3. And now we go back for 2 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to sit on the mat, place the knee 90 degrees. My right leg is just leaning in there. Left foot, corner of the knee, both hands on the feet, and left hand is going forward because I want to press my heel on the floor, straightening my leg, placing the knee towards the armpit, and then back. Maybe your partner is more flexible than you thought, and then you just go forward. 2 and 3. If you're practicing every week with the same partner, your partner will become more flexible every week. One day, the knee will be almost in the chest. 1, 2, 3, only. Now, the left leg goes underneath, toes pointing to me. Right foot is now going to press a lot on the hamstring. Both hands are just there for support on the feet. We press in the middle. Press, press, press really, really, really deep. The end. Oh, I'm sliding a bit. Pressing so hard, I'm really doing all the effort, you know. And then the beginning. We always do really our best, even we do it every week. And then we place the foot back because I really want to improve the health of my partner. Walking up and walking down. Yeah? Walking up and down. Now, we place ourselves on the mat on the knees. Place the foot inside, one hand on the heel, other hand under the knee. Knee goes up. Both knees on the top of the feet of your partner. Hands interlaced. Not on the knee. Slide down a bit. Squeeze and make a circle while squeezing. Go to the middle. Squeeze and make a circle while squeezing. The end. Squeeze and make a circle. We go back to middle. And beginning. Now we go with the thumbs. So we squeeze the thumbs towards each other. Quite strong. So now I'm going to do revenge because it was very painful for me. So I'm trying all my best, but for me now it's not painful. Very easy. Very healthy legs. We go back to the middle. So you press really the thumbs towards each other and just in point number 1. And then we just relax. Now we're going to work on the calf. So we just have the hands like that behind the knee. So my nails are touching each other. And then I go down, leaning. middle of calf and lean down, cupping the fingers, and then on the Achilles, what am I saying? Middle, and then just under the knee, leaning back. Now we're going to do the same, but then we interlace the hands behind. So you cannot see very well, but I'm having the hands interlaced under the knee. I squeeze the heel of the hand together and I go forward without sliding. We go to the middle of the calf, squeeze, 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 and go forward. And you hold the calf in between the palms. And then we do with the Achilles. We go back to the middle, squeeze, go forward, and just under the knee. Hold the muscle in between and go forward. And relax, freeze down. Now, knee to chest is next. So, place your foot as close as possible to the hip on this side. Hand on the knee, foot in the groin. Other hand in the middle of the leg. Up leg. We go forward 10% here. 90 forward. 1. And we do 3 times. 2. And 3. Now, twist hip is next. Hand that is on the knee goes to hamstring. Hand from the straight leg is gonna cup the heel like that. 50% towards the sternum and try to straighten the leg to the other shoulder. 1. And then 2. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we place the knee down, other knee up. Gonna have the leg straight. Now here you can see hand cup, big toe under the forearm, other hand on the straight leg, and I lean in on top of the big toe. 1. Then second time, 2. And the third time, 3. Leaning all my body weight on the big toe. Now, knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, change your legs. 1, lean in. 2, lean in. I'm pressing the toes to the butt and the knee to the chest. Now place my hand underneath the knee, not overstretching, and then I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like that. Now, please turn over. He knows what's coming. So your partner goes to the stomach and you are going to be with your knees in between the ankles. Palm pressing on the feet. Place the feet a bit inwards like I did. We palm press on the feet, not on the heel. And then we palm press with the fingers towards the face of our partner. We start near the heel and we walk in 3 steps in the middle of the calf. Now there's not the shin, so we can just press towards mat. We never press the back of the knee, so we skip, we go up with the body weight, and then we just go 3, 2, up. Yeah? 3 up and 2 down. We skip again the knee, we walk on the calf, down. After this, we're going to start with the thumbs. So, not with the tip, but the ball of the thumb. We don't press on the heel. We start near Achilles and we just make an imaginary line. Thumb press walking up. Thumb press walking up. Thumb, other thumb. So one side, other side. I'm walking with my thumbs. I'm leaning in towards the mat. We skip the back of the knees. We never press on the knee. We skip, we make a big jump over the knee and we walk in this imaginary line all the way up until we reach the sitting bone. And when you reach the sitting bone, we go down again. We just press down towards the mat, deep pressure. One thumb, other thumb, and we skip the knee. Sit down on the butt when we massage the calf, leaning in, walking down with your thumbs towards Achilles. And then we just palm press walking up, palm press walking up, 3 steps, palm press walking up, 3 steps, skipping the knee, 3 steps, palm press walking down, reverse, skipping the knee, 3 steps, and then we go up again. Up, down, up. Skipping the knee, skipping the knee. And when, I don't know, something fell down, don't worry. And then one knee on one side, one knee on the other side, and we don't press on the spine. We have one hand on one side and one hand on the other side. Never press the spine, and we lean in. So my partner is between, yeah? One knee on one side, one knee on the other side. And we go up. 2, you can move. 3, never press the spine. The spine is in between my hands. I press all the way until I'm on the shoulders. And then I palm, press, walking down. Palm, press, walking down. And then we're going to do with the thumbs. So you place the thumbs next to each other. You thumb press, 2 thumbs at the same time. We don't press on the spine. So we leave a little bit of space in between the thumbs. I'm pressing towards the mat, just jumping every time a little bit towards the scapula. The pressure is towards the mat, just down. I'm moving because I want to have always my shoulders above my wrist. So we go all the way up. How far? Until you reach the top corner of the scapula. We don't press the neck. And then we thumb press walking down. So one thumb, follow on the thumb. One thumb, other thumb. We don't press the spine. All the way down. And then when we're down, we're going to make a butterfly hands. On the waist, not on the spine. Push yourself off. Place yourself in between your partner's legs. Place your knees under the buttocks. And if you can, you place the feet up like that. And then we just walk up. Walk up. Not on the spine. When you reach the shoulders, we place the arms down and a bit bent. And then you walk in 3 steps on the upper arm. 2, 2, 3, 3. We skip the elbow and we walk down 3 steps down on the lower arm, and we stretch the hands, place the feet down, and now we hold each other's hands and you go up and down. Second time, you hold each other's wrist and then you go up. One side, other side, and one time in the middle. And slowly, slowly back. Now you place the hand bend again. If you like, you can place your feet again up, and then we walk back over the lower arm 3 steps. Never press the shoulder, elbow, and over the arms and over the back. Never press the spine. And when we're in the waist, we pull ourselves up. And then we don't press on the butt. Skip the butt 3 steps on the upper leg. Then sit down. Walk the calf down. And then we do with the fist, like that. On the sole of the feet, with the fist. Really nice. One side, other side, with the fist. And then we ask our partner to turn on the back. And then we pull the feet a bit. And we be careful of our own back. Place the partner up. Bend the knees. Place the feet in lotus position under your own knees. And grab each other's elbows. Oh, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, you see.
And then we just go up every week the same. And we just press down with your knees, so make an extra kind of stretch, and then you walk back without falling, and then you place your partner to sit. Now, it's nice if your partner has a straight back. Place your fingers behind, we press on trapezius 1, 2, a little bit wider, not too much, because we don't want to press on the shoulder bone, and then 3, and we go back to middle, and close to the neck. Now we're going to do the same, but then with the thumbs. So 4 fingers from the, the collarbone. We never press there. Corner of the neck. 1. A little bit wider. 2. And a little bit wider, not too wide. 3, 2 thumbs at the same time on either side of the neck. Go back to 2 and 1. And after that again, palm press 1, 2, 3, go back to 2 and 1. And then we are half kneel or 2 kneels, doesn't matter how you sit, just like that. And you just really massage quite strong with the fingers and the thumb. It's always really nice, like you're kneading some bread. And then you feel this kind of sticky fascia, this little piece, these little balls that we really want to break. That's really good, so that blood circulation is flowing again. Now my partner's head goes down. We're going to have the hands interlaced. We're going to work with the thumbs really close to the neck vertebrae, not here, just really close. We start C7, this bump here, and we press the thumbs towards each other. 1, 2, a little bit higher, 3, a little bit higher, thumbs towards each other, and 4 on the skull is very nice. And then we go back to 2, and then we do 1, and then we go up again with the thumbs. Go up again with the thumbs until you reach the skull, and then we place the partner's head up and we do some shampoo, freestyle, just like you want to. It's very tiring, no? Very relaxing. And then you can almost go to bed, to sleep. Now we're gonna chop. How to chop? Place your hands together. So we chop with the pinky fingers, the wrist is free, don't press with this side. And then we start near the neck, we go out, in, next to the scapula and the spine, not on the spine, only halfway. And the other side, out, in, between the scapula and the spine, only halfway and up. And then we do some circles, out and in, around the back. And then we end with 5 slides. You can do the mantra, na-a, na-wa, oka, payati. What happened? Pina Santi. What happened?
Happiness.
Happiness.
This is what happened.
So I hope you feel also happy and stress-free and relaxed.
Well, this is how it works, right?
Yes.
I mean, happiness. Happiness is lack of pain.
Yes.
So if you want to see what is happiness, when are you more happy? When you have less pain.
Yes.
Because when you have pain, even when you have all the thing around to be happy, but you have the pain don't allow you to be happy. So happiness is lack of pain on the physical tissue.
Perfect. But now, I don't know about you, I want to sleep.
I tell some students about after class, you want to sleep.
Yes.
You want to sleep because massage is very powerful. Massage from the feet to the head is very powerful. How the body responds to this stimuli is very powerful.
Yes.
The whole body responds as one. All the systems in the body respond to this stimuli, and it's a very good thing to the nerve system.
That's why if you want to read more, just go into the comments and read the ebook. But
Is
now,
amazing.
yes, and now you can go to sleep, right? So thank you for watching. Put something in the comments with who you are massaging or how do you feel. We always love to read all this. And if you have more questions, you know where to find us.
Any question?
Any question about massage.
Yeah, we are. To learn from everything.
Yes. So, thank you for watching,
Thank you.
and we see you again, hopefully, next Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Same routine, same time.
Same thing, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Sawadee
Sawadee
ka.